Well, I was here, 9 years ago. I was one of the members of the council, and it was put on by the VFW. And I thought, 10-year anniversaries, 20-year anniversaries, they're the big ones, and they're times to reflect. And I think when you look at America, we're a bunch of cats and dogs. We're a family that fights like cats and dogs and don't agree upon things. But when there's a tragedy, we all get together and we remember and we put everything aside. And that's sort of what today is everybody puts aside all of their conflicts, gets together and remembers, so you don't have things like this happen again.
Well, thank you all. I want to, the City of Mound really wishes everyone a very warm welcome today on this most historic day. We're on this spot today to remember and honor those heroes and innocent souls lost who 10 years ago today were thrust into the heart of the 9/11 attacks in New York, Washington, and Pennsylvania. The memorial that you see here next to me was dedicated exactly 9 years ago today. That was on the 1-year anniversary of the attacks that startled our nation on 9/11.
Today we are honoring the memories of all those who were lost on 9/11. We're also honoring those who represent the heroes of 9/11 and the decades since. Our military families, our veterans, our first responders who were responding just a little bit ago, as well as law enforcement. We will never know how much worse those tragic events on 9/11 could have been, or how many things have been prevented since that time of 9/11, and you are still preventing today, were it not for your service and support. We not only owe you our thanks, more than that, we owe you our undivided support, and thank you.
1 month after I finished my basic soldier training, I witnessed the tragedy of 9/11. I, like many other people in this country, were devastated and shocked that this could happen on our soil. During my training in the military, we spent what seemed countless days and hours training and working hard to become American soldiers. This training was tough, but every one of us were there for one reason: to become disciplined and well-trained men and women so we may join the ranks of the American soldier.
As a nation, we mark the 10th anniversary. We stop, we recall what we were doing, we all remember, and we honor and pay tribute to the innocent men and women who were killed in those attacks, and those who died trying to save them. I would like to thank all of those who have served in uniform, the firemen, the policemen, and every service member who has ever put on a uniform, whether they've deployed or not.
Normally we think of heroes as soldiers of war and law enforcement or rescue people like the ones we have represented here. But I think of Gordy and the other victims of this attack are also heroes, because they gave up their lives pursuing their dreams, working, striving, achieving, and exercising the freedoms that define democracy. The hijackers attacked those freedoms. They took away our countrymen. They took away our friends. And they took away our family members. But they can never take away our way of life. And they can never take away our memories of our fallen heroes. This has been a difficult 10 years for the Ameth family, as it has been for many others. We have cried and we have mourned. But our family has discovered a strength and unity that we never knew we had. I hope the memory of the heroism of Gordy and the other victims will help all of us in our country rediscover our own strength and unity.
I've been given the privilege of bringing the words and thoughts of the Burnett family to you on this never-to-be-forgotten day. Over the past 10 years, there have been countless people who have gotten out of their seats, stood up to do something in Tom's memory, to make our world a brighter and safer place to live. We're so humbled and thankful for these people and hope that our son's life and actions continue to inspire all of us to do something right each and every day.
We honor those who were lost in or affected by the events of September 11th, 2001, and salute those who bravely serve our country today. No greater love can one have than to lay down one's life for another.
When a firefighter was killed in the line of duty, the fire alarm office, through the telegraph, would tap out a special signal. On September 11th, 2001, 343 firefighters at the Trade Center passed in one day. It was a tragic day for the families of the firefighters, for America's fire service, and for all of us Americans. So we would like to pay tribute to all those firefighters that have passed with the tolling of the bell.